By 2026, almost everything you touch, your phone, your car, even your health, could be run by AI. The future isn't coming, it's already knocking. In 2026, new tech will flip everyday life upside down. From robots on the streets to apps anyone can build in minutes.
So what is no-code? It's a process of software development that requires no prior knowledge of coding. It allows less tech-savvy users to create fully functioning apps using simple drag-and-drop building blocks.
And here's where it starts to get wild. App building used to feel like rocket science, locked behind walls of coding languages. But not anymore. Platforms like Bubble, Glide, and Microsoft Power Apps let anyone drag, drop, and publish tools without writing a single line of code. Even OpenAI's custom GPTs are making personal AI assistants possible with zero coding. Businesses are now running entire workflows on Google's AppSheet without hiring developers. Think about that. By 2026, 3 out of every 4 new apps won't need programmers at all. But wait, it's about to get stranger. Virtual reality isn't just headsets and games anymore. It's starting to think for itself. These AI-powered XR spaces adapt to you in real time. NVIDIA is building characters that don't just repeat lines. They hold conversations, improvise, and react. Meta is investing billions in avatars that don't just look human. They behave like humans. At CES, we already saw virtual shops shifting layouts, depending on how people move inside them. By 2026, VR and AR won't just be digital playgrounds, they'll be living, breathing environments, tailored to your every move.
So this initiative is really the start of a foundational step to bring cities into the next generation. And as we do that in Toronto, we're talking about millions of sensors. We're talking about utilizing the data that's collected through artificial intelligence, machine learning, through utilizing cloud platforms, and then implement them across the infrastructure that resides in this amazing city.
And just when you think it's limited to headsets, step outside. The real world is about to get just as smart. By 2026, there will be 30 billion IoT devices. That's more machines connected than people on Earth. Singapore already has traffic lights that adapt instantly to congestion. In South Korea, smart poles don't just light the streets. They check air quality, track traffic, and even charge your phone. Meanwhile, warehouses powered by AWS and Verizon are moving stock with barely a human in sight. The streets, the buildings, the air around you. It's all becoming self-aware.
I'm calling from my Apple Watch here. Okay, I've got police notified. I'm giving you help, okay? Stay on the phone.
But here's the twist. People don't want to trade privacy for convenience. That's where privacy-first AI comes in. Instead of uploading your data to the cloud, new chips handle it locally. Apple's neural engines, Intel's Meteor Lake processors, and even Meta's Llama 3 models now run directly on devices. That means your private messages, photos, or health data never leave your pocket. With GDPR in Europe and CCPA in California, applying pressure, AI is learning to stay offline and secure. In 2026, your device will be smarter and more private than ever before. And here's the part that scares workers the most. We're not just talking about automating tasks anymore. Whole workflows are running on autopilot. UiPath, Zapier, and ServiceNow are already cutting down 60% of repetitive office work. Hiring, onboarding, payroll, invoicing, gone. At Amazon's warehouses, predictive analytics decide how people and robots move before the shift even starts. Think about that. The flow of entire companies being controlled by invisible systems. By 2026, automation won't just replace jobs. It'll redefine how organizations run from the inside out. And here's where machines step right into daily life. Agility Robotics is rolling out its bots inside Amazon warehouses. Walmart's shelf scanners check inventory without blinking. And on college campuses, Starship delivery bots zip food across sidewalks. These aren't remote-controlled toys. They're powered by AI vision, real-time mapping, and constant updates. Every week, they're learning, adapting, and replacing grunt work in ways that once sounded impossible.
The way I like to explain a quantum computer is imagine that you meet a really hot girl, stacking modalities. Like Microsoft has a technology called MatterNet, and it's a simulation framework.
This part feels straight out of science fiction. IBM has already hit over 1,000 qubits and is pushing for even stronger, error-corrected chips. Companies like Google, IonQ, and Rigetti are racing forward too. What does that mean for us? Quantum machines are starting to simulate molecules for drug discovery and optimize supply chains in ways classical computers could never touch. 2026 may be the year quantum computing stops being theory and starts shaping industries.
Can you put your hands in your head? Oh no, I said dream.
We've been promised AR glasses for years, but now the pieces are finally coming together. Apple's Vision Pro cracked the door open, and Meta, Samsung, and XR Real are sprinting behind. We're talking real-time overlays, captions in front of your eyes, navigation arrows on streets, and even live translations. By 2026, you may not need to pull out your phone. Your vision will be your new screen. And this is where AI could literally save lives. Google DeepMind has already proved its model can detect 21 diseases from retinal scans. Hospitals in the US are spotting sepsis and cardiac risks hours earlier. With predictive AI, cancer treatments are getting personal too, tailoring chemo based on your genetics. It's not about replacing doctors. It's about giving them superpowers, turning care into something deeply individual and proactive. Forget the cloud. The brains are moving into your devices. Apple's A17 Pro, Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite, and Intel Meteor Lake all come with AI accelerators built in. That means instant language translation, image editing, or speech recognition without sending data anywhere. Your phone, your laptop, and even small gadgets will act like mini brains, running smarter tasks locally, faster, and without draining all your battery life.
What is that?
This is rapid response monitoring.
Smart speakers were just the warm-up. Now assistants are walking around. Amazon's Astro robot patrols homes, helps with elder care, and even carries out deliveries. Apple's rumored J595 tabletop robot could swivel to track you during FaceTime calls. And in China, humanoid showroom assistants already greet customers, hand out brochures, and move with expressive screens. We've crossed from voice-only gadgets into physical helpers with faces, arms, and wheels. The home assistant of 2026 will feel alive.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk's controversial Neuralink is ready to test its brain chip implants on humans. Now, the tech billionaire Musk announced Neuralink has received approval from an independent review board to begin recruitment for the first human trial of its brain implant for paralysis patients.
Here's where things cross into science fiction territory. Neuralink has already implanted its first human brain chip, showing thought-controlled cursor movement. Competitors like Synchron and Precision Neuroscience are developing safer, less invasive methods, giving people with paralysis the ability to type, communicate, or even move robotic limbs just by thinking. Beyond medical use, this tech has the potential to merge humans and machines, enabling hands-free control of devices, VR worlds, and even direct human-to-human communication. By 2026, brain-computer interfaces may feel less like experiments and more like real tools of human empowerment. With AI consuming massive energy, the push for eco-friendly innovation is urgent. Microsoft and Google are pioneering carbon-neutral AI models. While cloud providers shift to renewable-powered data centers, hardware makers are designing energy-efficient AI chips, squeezing out more performance per watt. AI itself is also optimizing energy grids, balancing loads, and cutting waste across cities. By 2026, sustainability won't just be a buzzword, it'll be built into the core of how digital systems operate, proving that powerful AI doesn't have to come at the expense of the planet. Space is no longer reserved for governments. It's an industry. SpaceX and Blue Origin have reusable rockets, cutting launch costs, while Starlink and OneWeb expand global satellite internet to the remotest regions. NASA and private firms are testing lunar and Mars mission tech, from habitats to mining prototypes. These efforts aren't just about exploration, they're spawning new industries in communications, energy, and off-world resources. By 2026, space tech won't just inspire, it will actively reshape economies on Earth. The space race has transformed into a space marketplace,